gives you the Thunder and the Knicks. You see where Oklahoma City is, once again, just like last year in the West, so clumped in, despite being in that 3 seed. The Kings all the way down to 10, just 3.5 games back. But it's interesting, guys, because, Mac, I think when you sit there and you talk about now, we have this conversation all the time, off and on the air, who's the team that would have the best chance to challenge Golden State? Last year, everybody knew that team was going to be the Rockets. I don't think they thought maybe they'd be as close as they were. You're hearing Thunder a lot. Are you on that side because of the way they play defense collectively as a team?
Yeah, because first of all, there's going to be a couple of games that Golden State plays that they're just going to beat the hell out of you. And whatever you do defensively makes no difference. They're just going to get after you. But if you can score off your defense, which the Thunder can do, they lead the league in deflections and steals. They get up and deny. So I think the teams that deny Golden State, you're coming off a pin down. And the teams that deny that pass to that shooter give them all kinds of trouble because now often Clay's not catching it, Steph's not catching it. They got to make a back cut just to get the ball. They got to work harder to get the ball. So I believe in OKC's defense way more than I have in the past. They get a ton of deflections, and they deny a lot of passes. I think that style, the switch to deny, bothers Golden State more than anything else you can do. So I give them a chance. Can they offensively put enough points up on the board? Yeah, there's going to be 2 games where the answer is just no, where Golden State's going to score 140, and you're like, man, these guys are good. But the other 5 games, can they get that 115 you might need to just beat a Golden State team that gets 110 that day? So, but I do believe in them. Of all the teams in the Western Conference, I do think they have the best chance just because of their defense.
Nobody wants to see anybody get injured, especially great players. When PG went down, I remember just everybody, just sadness around the NBA because of how he was elevating Zeke as a player. He's a different version, maybe, but is this the best basketball we've seen from him when you look at the defense he's playing and how he has willed this team? I know they got Russ, but he's been the best player on his team this year.
Yeah, he's been the best player, and Russ has allowed him to be the best player. Consequently, I think it works. Defensively, I think he has put his DNA on that team. We know he's a very elite defender. And I think now Russ is taking on the challenge of being an elite defender. He has the athleticism to be a great offensive player. And I've always said, Mac, if you have the athleticism to be a great offensive player, then you can be a great defensive player also.
Absolutely.
And I think Westbrook now is taking on the challenge and following the lead of Paul George, becoming an elite defensive player in the league.
Yeah, I like they mic'd up Paul George in an Oklahoma City game lately. I can't remember what game it was, but he said, "Hey guys, we got to do whatever it takes on whatever effort we got to put into it." And I liked hearing a superstar guy say that, because a lot of guys give you, be honest, a lot of guys give you the one good effort. That's all you're getting out of me.
Yeah.
On a defensive possession, sometimes you got to make 3 and 4 and 5 efforts. And he's really hammering that message home. And I think it's really affected Russ. I think Russ is believing that he can guard anybody, that I'm a great defensive guard. And playing defense starts with a mindset. It starts that I honestly got to believe I can check you, Zeke. Like, I got to get you. And in my mind, I can't be thinking, I can't guard you. What the hell am I doing? I got to say, let's go. I'm going to make you go left. When you rise up for that jumper, I'm getting my hand up. Exactly. And so it's a mindset, and I think Oklahoma City has that. And there's trust building between Russ and Paul George, which I like to see.
And they also, their glue guys, their supporting cast, from Adams to Jeremy Grant to Schroeder to everybody is given that effort.
Schroeder's been a great
fantastic.
pickup. He's been
What do you think that practice is like, him against
I mean,
Westbrook?
Steve Smith called that early.
He did.
He did. I got to give him credit. He said this is a great pickup for OKC. I didn't see it at the time, but Smitty was right on point.
Way to go, Smitty. And Adams gives him a lot of toughness. And you need some toughness in this league.